Thunder Vlog. So today I wanted to talk about praise. I'm reading this book called The Growth Mindset again. I've already read it actually. I'm just looking at the notes inside of the book, and I just wanted to talk about praise and how we can totally go wrong with praise. We can go insanely wrong with how we think about praise. It's just, what's the difference between these two comments? You worked really hard on that, and you're the best. What's the difference between those two? One of them is focused on effort, and one of them is focused on character. There's a different path that the praise takes. The fixed mindset has this obsession over intelligence and having talent and not having to improve and use effort. Overpraising results in neglected emotional chalk. It's like when you're drawing on a chalkboard and you have a piece of chalk and you're praising somebody, but what happens is the leftover dust it gets into the person and it's left over. And you don't realize it is, but it is. You think it's such a great thing to praise somebody for their talent, but then you start to downgrade their ability to think about effort and to actually use effort as the path to mastery. I think the weather can sense my anger. It's like when you see that person that drops something down on the floor and they say, "I'm clumsy," but they don't take the next step to improve being clumsy because they don't believe that they'll ever get better. That's the problem with praise. It can focus so much on character and talent instead of focusing on effort. It's such a distinct difference. It's like a test grade on a test. You know, grades aren't supposed to indicate our character. They're supposed to indicate an effort we made on a specific thing. And that's what tests are so scary, is because you can associate the grade with who you are as a person, your intrinsic value. And that's immediately wrong to do. It's scary. This is scary stuff. Failure messages during certain points in our life when we make specific failures have to be really, really careful. It's bad to avoid it to increase your self-esteem. You're the best can be insecurity. You were robbed could be about blaming other people if you have a fixed mindset. It doesn't matter can evoke weakness. You don't have to care about it. It doesn't matter. Don't focus on it. You already have the ability. That's dangerous. You already have the talent. You don't need to work harder and improve and grow. You have it. You're special. You didn't deserve it. That's hard-hearted and foolish. For the fixed mindset people, judgment is associated with character. If you're smart, you're happy. If you're stupid and you're dumb, you're a failure. There's a big difference seeing failure as an identity or seeing failure as an action. It's so important. It's so important what you associate failure with. "I'm sorry" is not a learnable lesson at distressed kids. It does not work as an excuse. People with a growth mindset are the ones that encourage the hows of the hows. They're the ones that see misbehavior as an opportunity to learn something. "Oh, I dropped that pen? Here, let me pick that back up and give it to you." I don't label myself as something and then ignore it. That doesn't make any sense. You gotta address it. You gotta focus on it. The holy grail of the fixed mindset is to never make mistakes. No mistakes at all. The holy grail for their fixed mindset is full effort, full preparation, and momentum, learning, moving forward. Very, very thin lines between these perspectives. It's all about believing that you can grow and learn and get better at things versus your inability to grow and learn because you think that you can't. You have to prove your intelligence to people instead of admitting that you don't know things and taking the next step to move forward and learn. This is the stuff that guides what we think about. It's freaky. And this happens everywhere too. This happens with teachers, this happens with bosses, it happens with parents, this happens with everybody. Because you're either on one side or the other. You can't not choose one of them. You're either for growth and learning and growing, or you're for the fixed mindset. There's no in between, and we flip-flop. We have a fixed mindset about certain things and a growth mindset about other things. It's crazy. It may not seem like it, but mindsets are a life and death matter because they determine what choices you make, and the choices you make determine who you are. That's it. This is what the growth mindset looks like. Here's the picture I drew in my leadership journal book. Here's what it looks like. There it is. One side, the other side. It's the same thing as a slight edge. It's the same thing as a lot of leadership philosophies I've seen, but that's what it looks like. This is what happens when you look back at your journals where you've written passionately about stuff that really makes you think. That's my thought for today, for Vlogust 21st. Or no, this is going to be for tomorrow. I'm ahead now. I got it. Vlogust 22nd. I've missed half of the month. But who cares? I care. This is the way it's happening. Thank you for watching. Keep creating an awesome self. Don't forget to be awesome. And know the difference between fixed and growth mindsets, people. Mindsets are a life and death matter. They truly are.